And now it's time for sports tonight. We join Tahira Burke in Studio 2.
Thank you, Oslin. And tonight, Jamaica and Barbados are to execute a partnership which is aimed at enhancing athletics training and coaching quality in Barbados. This was revealed by Barbados Minister of Youth, Sports and Community Empowerment, Charles Griffith, who pointed out that plans are currently in the pipeline for a collaborative effort between the two island nations, which will involve an exchange of coaching expertise to elevate the standard of sports training. Half of the overseas players in the men's 100 could arrive in the UK late this year after Major League Cricket (MLC) confirmed on Tuesday that 2 leagues will overlap by 6 days in July. Last year, the inaugural season of MLC ended 2 days before the start of the 100, but the leagues will clash this year. The 100's group stage starts on July 23, while MLC will run until the final on July 28, with the knockout fixtures which will feature 4 of the 6 franchises starting July 24. 12 out of the 24 overseas players under contract in the men's 100 have already been announced as signings or retention in MLC. Rovman Powell's Rajasthan Royals were defeated by Delhi Capitals on Tuesday in the Indian Premier League. Powell made 13 of 10 balls as Rajasthan tried to chase down Delhi's 221 for 8, but fell 20 runs short. Shea Hope, who plays for Delhi, made 1 before being run out. In women's cricket, Sri Lanka has booked a spot in Group A for Women's T20 World Cup later this year after the island nation beat Scotland Tuesday in the final of the ICC qualifier in Abu Dhabi. Australia, New Zealand, India and Pakistan will make up the quintet in Group A in the event to be held in Bangladesh in October. Sri Lanka beat Scotland by 68 runs on Tuesday to book the berth in Group A. Scotland, who will be making their debut, go into Group B alongside England, Bangladesh, South Africa and West Indies. In the qualifier final, Scotland were without their captain and star player Catherine Bryce, ruled out through injury and could not compete with Atapatu. She smashed 102 from just 63 balls with 4 sixes and 13 fours as the innings finished on 169 for 5. Without Bryce to lead the chase, the reply never got close, subsiding on 101 for 7. In the NBA, Jalen Brunson scored 43 points, becoming the 4th player in the NBA history with 4 straight 40-point games in the postseason, and the New York Knicks beat the Indiana Pacers 121-117 on Monday night in Game 1 of the Eastern Conference semifinals. Brunson had 21 in the 4th quarter, rallying the Knicks after they trailed by 9 early in the period, and joined Hall of Famers Jerry West, who had 6 consecutive 40-point games in the postseason, and Michael Jordan and Bernard King, both with 4. The number 2 seeded Knicks will host Game 2 on Wednesday. Meantime, the Minnesota Timberwolves, led by Anthony Edwards and Karl Anthony Towns, overpowered the Denver Nuggets on Monday night in a stunningly efficient 106-80, thrashing out reigning but reeling NBA champions. The Wolves held Denver to an ugly 29 of 83 shooting night, and the most impressive thing about that was the absence of their best defender, 7'1" center Rudy Gobert, who was back in Minneapolis for the birth of his son. And that's tonight's sports. Back to you, Oslin.
Thank you so much, Tahira. And with that, we end another edition of Primetime Caribbean, a production of the Carib Update News Service, the Caribbean's newsroom. On behalf of all of our producers and writers, I am Oslin Crosby at the Carib Update News Service News Center, saying good night and goodbye.